so far, to be honest with you. Sure, there were some things we need to learn of each other, but that was part of it. And that's really what happened versus every quarterback play caller and really in any training camp, because you're always a little different than you were the year before. So I think you'll see a mixture of both. I know that's been the hot topic, and it's amazing that you guys still talking about this long, summer in and summer out. I just believe I believe in the quarterback. The quarterback determines the offense. I always believe that. You guys always hear me say that, and it won't be no different this year. So I'll try to put him in position to be successful as much as possible. Now, whatever that looks like, whatever that's going to be, we'll see. We'll see. But that's my mindset. That's always been my mindset, is always put the quarterback in position to be as successful as possible.
And Mike Evans hasn't practiced yet this week. We'll see what happens on Sunday. But if for some reason he's not able to go, does that change your plans at all, or you have enough confidence in guys like Justin Watson to step in and just do whatever Mike would do?
I got all the confidence in everybody that we have really that's on this team. So I have the utmost confidence in all our guys. We'll have to wait and see on Sunday to see what happens with Mike.
Thanks.
Okay, next is going to be James Palmer.
Byron, hope you're well. Tom was in the same offense for 20 years, and now this is a new one. What will be, I guess, his expansion of doing things at the line of scrimmage? How much can he do in changing things pre-snap just in here week one? And obviously that'll grow, I would assume, as the year goes.
Yeah, it will grow as we go, but he's a smart guy, and we've had enough time to have a lot of that into our game plan where he can continuously put us in the best position to make plays. So we've had enough time for that. Obviously, it'll get better as the year go on, and I believe that's with every team. Every team we're playing, we're using the same time. We've all been short on time. But there will be some of those things in our offense where he has full control over everything. He has full understanding of everything. So, it'll be some, but it will get more expansive as we get through the season.
And then within a game, and as much as he sees, and I know you've talked to us about everything that he's able to see, do you think you guys on the sideline will adjust more throughout a game than maybe with another quarterback, just because he sees different things that you guys can now manipulate after getting a couple series?
We'll have to see. That's a tough thing to predict because, sometimes you need something to adjust. Sometimes there's no need for adjustment. So those things are always good with a guy like him because you can communicate with him. He's seen it all. There's nothing he hasn't seen before. So you can always communicate in all aspects of the game because there's things that he's been doing. Like we say, he's been doing this for 20 years now. So he's seen everything. He's done everything. If something is an adjustment that we have to adjust to, we can easily communicate that.
Thanks.
All right, next is going to be Greg Allman.
Hey, Byron, we've talked a lot about getting Tom ready for this opener. He is 14-3 all time in week one games, which is even a higher winning percentage than he is on average. And obviously, when we ask you why or how, the easy answer is that, it's Tom Brady. But what are the things about him that allow him to hit the ground running and play at a high level in a difficult situation like a game one like you have right now?
I mean, let's be honest, right? He always played at a high level. Week 1, week 10, week 12, week 15, playoffs. That's kind of what he's always done. So I wouldn't expect nothing else of him. He's a proven guy. He works his tail off to try to play as good as he can possibly play. I know I've only been with him a short time, but I see the work that he put in. I love the way that he sees the football game, and it allows him to play at a high level. So, I don't think the week differs for guys like him. I think he always come out and try to put himself in the best position possible to have success, and obviously through the record he's had that. But the go 14-3, it's about a team. It's a team aspect. You don't win football games by yourself. He understands that, and we'll just try to do what we can to try to add to that.
As a coach, the challenge of coaching these, this game has the top two quarterbacks in NFL history in a lot of categories. How much do you like the challenge of leading one of them against the other, basically?
I don't even think of that. Drew Brees don't come across my mind when they got the players that they have on defense. I'm more concerned about the guys that they have on defense. I think you guys from a fan aspect understand the quarterbacks that are in this game, but my focus is always, on the defense and who we got to compete against.
Thanks, Byron.
Thank you.
Okay, next is going to be Jenna Lane.
Hey, Byron. Tom had, I don't know if you see this or not, but on social media, Tom will write these little things that are like letters to his parents from summer camp. And one of the things he said was, my friend Byron is really smart. He always knows what to say when I get frustrated with myself. You got it, Tommy, he always tells me. How often, because you've talked about that before, how often do you find yourself having to do that with him where he does need a little bit of a pick-me-up or a reminder, hey, like you're doing this for the first time? How often does that happen? And what do you say to him?
I don't even know what you talk about. I have no idea. I don't know. But
he says you pick him up sometimes when he needs a lift. When he needs a lift, you make him feel better.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm really here to just trust me. He don't need too many pick-me-ups. He knows exactly who he are. He knows exactly who he is as a player. But I mean, we developing something, man. We're developing something more than just a player coach. Just having the ability to have a guy like this to coach is fun. It's fun, man, and we're just trying to have as much fun as we can. But it is a pleasure to coach him. And to coach a guy that has this type of instincts, this type of mind for the game, my job is to really put him in position, really to play well, and whatever that takes. If it's that needing to give him a little help when he need a push, I'll give him that. But I don't think I need to do that too much.
And you talked about this a little bit already, but the ability to kind of have like a tag team partner, if you will, in a chess match, like he's going to be out there and he's going to be playing, but because of all the football he's seen, he's going to be able to communicate so much of that back to you as a play caller. How much are you looking forward to being able to grow together in that aspect? Like not just collaborating game planning wise, but like literally in the heat of battle.
That's the great thing about it. When we first met each other, I asked him one thing. I said, always speak out loud. Don't think anything. I don't care what you think, how you feel about it. I want to know exactly how you feel about everything. I told him it will not hurt my feelings, but I want to have an understanding so we can truly learn each other. And then we can get to the next step. And that's been our whole plan. We communicate well. We don't hold nothing back. We say what we need to say. Because I want to truly know, have an understanding. Like I tell you, the play caller got to truly know the guy that's behind center. And I don't think you can call plays for a guy if you don't really know the guy, know how he's wired, know what gets him moving, know what makes him tick. And that's what we've been doing all summer, just trying to develop that. And we put in as much time as possible to do it. And now we're here to the games on Sunday, and we'll see.
Thank you.
Okay, our next question is going to come from Ira Kaufman.
Byron, what's your feelings about the pros and cons of maybe running back by committee as opposed to having a primary back that can get into a rhythm over the course of a game and wear down a defense? What are your thoughts about that philosophy?
I actually think we have primary backs. I think we have primary backs. I think I trust in Rowe. I trust in Shade. We're just learning Leonard. We just got Leonard in this week. He's doing things to make sure I trust him in this situation, the short time that I had him. So, I mean, I told you guys, I think we have gifted guys in that room. Rojo is one of the most gifted guys I've seen run the football. And we get to add another guy like Leonard who's had success in this league. And we got Rojo. And we got Shade. So, I mean, I feel good about all those guys. I mean, those guys are good, really good football players in that room. And I'm high on those guys. But I think we got a bunch of guys that we can give the ball to 20 times a game if need be.
How do you keep them all happy, Byron?
Well, first you just try to win, right? Winning makes everyone happy. Just try to when you're on the team, anytime you're in the team game, it's not about an individual. It's not an individual thing at all. So we'll do what we have to do to try to win football games, and hopefully that's enough to keep everyone happy.
Okay, next up is going to be Scott Reynolds.
Hi, Byron. It's not uncommon for teams to sign a player from a rival in the season and pick their brains about the team that they just left. If it's a running back or tight end, that's one thing. But your starting quarterback last year, Jameis Winston's now with the Saints. How much have you guys had to change or tweak things on offense, whether it's audibles or whatever, to protect what you guys are planning to do against the Saints, since he knows you and your offense so well?
Well, we're aware of that, and that's why I say each year is different. You know, it's different. It's a little different terminology just because it's a different quarterback. You know, so things will be different. We do everything according to the quarterback. Really, what makes it, not that you're trying to make it easier on the quarterback, but he has a million things out there to worry about. So you try to smooth things out as much as you can around the edges, and that's all specific to the quarterback. So there'll be a lot different from a word standpoint, code word standpoint. But we understand that. We understand the situation, and you know, we just got to go play. We just got to go play. This thing gonna come down to who executes the best.
Yeah, and can you speak to the versatility of your talented tight end room, allowing you guys to play 2-3 tight end sets with Gronkowski, OJ, and Brady, whereas you guys played mostly 3 wide receiver sets last year, and probably because you were behind a bit, but just about that tight end room and the luxury you have to go with a lot of different personnel.
Yeah, we got guys in the room that's played a lot of football. We got guys in the room that's made plays in this league, and you know, it's always good to have a room like that. It's always good to have a room like that. It doesn't really mean that we'll be in more 3 tight end sets than we were last year. We'll have to see, but we'll be multiple. We'll be ready to get guys the football and put them in position to win. That's my thought process all the time, is just try to put your best guys in position to win that down. And if that's 3 tight ends, if that's 3 wide receivers, don't really matter to us. We're trying to do what we can, win the play and try to win football games.
Okay, we have time for a few more. We're going to go to Ed and Cena.
Hi, Byron. I wanted to ask you about another quarterback. You guys signed Josh Rosen a few days ago. Obviously, you have a history with him. I guess I was just wondering, what do you remember about him that year, and what maybe he was up against as a 23-year-old quarterback who, was a first-round pick and expected to be a franchise quarterback, and how now is this a good situation for him?
I don't even think he was 23 at the time. We have a history. His past don't really matter at this point. He's came in to be on our practice squad, and somebody that we'll try to develop is somebody that I do have a relationship with. I know him, but he's coming in doing the same thing. He's coming in, putting his hand in the pile. He's going to help us as much as we can, any way that can. Right now, he's on the practice squad, so he can do more right now to help the defense out, especially doing scout team stuff. And that's how he has to approach it. He has to approach it every day. I'm going out to get better. He's in the room with a guy that everyone can learn from. Everyone can learn from just the way Tom sees the game, the way he plays the game. So I think he'll benefit from that. But from that standpoint, everything else is just come in, try to work your tail off, get better, and just we'll see what happens.
Thank you.
All right. Our last question is going to come from Rick Stroud.
Byron, these 2 quarterbacks, 41 and 43, right? You're younger than both of them, I think. But with all the TB12, the nutrition, the sleep studies, all, working out year round, having trainers, throwing coaches, all that they did to get here at this age, do you see that as just the outlier, or do you think that we'll see more quarterbacks play well into their 40s? And how hard is that since you're about their age?
I think we can start seeing more just because of these 2 guys, the example that these 2 guys set, and they put out a blueprint on how to do it. It's amazing to watch these guys, like you say, both of these guys older than me, and it's tough I couldn't imagine playing right now, even though Tom tries to tell me I should come back and try to make a run one day. But it's just amazing to just see I get to see every day the efforts that's put into it to be able to play this long. And I think these 2 guys put the blueprint out. I think if you're a young guy right now, and that's what you're thinking, I'm trying my best to get to 20 years. I know if I was 23, 24 right now, and I had an opportunity to see the example, that the blueprint that these guys put out, I'll be trying to do everything possible to do the same thing they did. And with sports science and nutrition and all that right now, and it's capable, it's possible. And these two guys are showing you that, especially at the level that these two are still playing, that it's amazing.
Awesome. That's all for today. Thanks for taking the time, Byron.
All right. Thanks, guys.